I sure can go on about some topics. And I seem to just ramble in circles sometimes, but it's like, are you understanding, like, am I using the right words to make different people understand, like, the connection of what I'm trying to talk about? Like, I'm not saying that voting is not important. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have a say. We should have a say. I'm saying that for as long as we've had a say, we still aren't where we should be, where we all know we should be. Love thy neighbor, take care of thy neighbor, support one another, encourage one another, love one another. Just the whole internal growth. We know these things are wrong when we sit around and talk at a table or a bar, but then when it comes to standing up at the gates of our government and saying, hey, this ain't fair because this person's hungry and this person's going out with medication and that kid's depressed and committing suicide, like, these are not okay things. We make ridiculous things millionaires when it's just like, if you guys want to be, sorry, I don't know where it got cut off, but it's like, if you guys want to play sports, make a living, or entertain and make a living, that's great. But I mean, it don't have to be such big living that we watch other people suffer and then have them donate or build houses in other countries or donate to different, groups. It's like, why not just kind of keep it with the equality and make sure that everyone's basic needs are met, and then we can go forward with the dollar system. But if not everybody is eating clean and drinking clean, you're in the same boat as we are. If I'm going down, baby, you're going down. Like, it's just how it is. And with the world being, with the United States government raising children that are depressed and on antipsychotics and antidepressants and committing suicide between 10 and 14, we're not taking a step forward, and we're not doing what's best for the rest of us. And your child is going to school with those children. Your child is desperately wanting your attention and your affection and to be shown how to block out these negative energies, but we're not even taking care of our children and the other children next to them who influence them. Like, can you imagine what it would be like to have your friend commit suicide at 13 years old? Your ride or die buddy, that person that was going to be next to you, that stands for you, that supports you, that loves you and understands you at that age, at that growth, and then they just die because they couldn't handle it? And nobody's standing up for them? Like, where were the adults? What are our kids going to think when we can't stand up for them? Who is going to stand up for them? And how is that teaching them to stand up for themselves when all of us are getting batted down, are getting overworked, overstressed, medication out, can't get their medication, like being put through withdrawals, being sent to pain management? Don't even get me started on that. Like, you broke down our bodies and then you get us on this pain management and you call us addicts. You call our people addicts for a system that you designed to treat us. You sure do put the blame back on the person and not the prescriber. This life is not a life. And I don't want to see what you guys have to put up on the ballots and the measures and who's running for what. I don't want your job to exist anymore, and I sure don't want your pay to exist. I don't want to see how much people make a year in higher seats, and then it's just like come from a completely different community where drugs ain't overflooded and depression ain't overflooded and there ain't so much fast food and convenience stores to where you're getting a constant sugar high and making an addict, and then when their body's in pain, you're going to prescribe them some gabapentin until they work their way up to methadone. No, that ain't working for me. What is working for me, the fact that we have soil everywhere in this world. It's just the convenience of living in this world. There's ground here. Things can grow. There's no reason why we don't have food planted up and down every street being maintained. There's plenty of homeless people who would maintain it because they ain't homeless by choice. And they definitely aren't a bad person or an immoral person. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people are the most loving, supportive, giving people. And that just happens to be one of their, not so much a flaw, but a flaw in this system. You can't give all yourself away and expect to make it here. What? We are a servant to humanity. Love thy neighbor. No, I don't care what belief you come from. If God is speaking to you, God is telling you to love the person next to you. I don't care what they come from. Love them. Love them like they deserve to be loved. And if they're mean or going through some hard times, they definitely need that extra love. So pour yours out. Whew! I love you guys. I support you guys. But I have to let you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We're not the first people to want these things. People died for these things. People fought for these things. People turned against their governments for these things. You know what I'm saying? They rallied. It's our time to rally. Like, get you a career, or not a career, get you a specialty, get you a understanding of something that you can offer and bring to the table, and step away from their game. We all seen the picture where we're all crouched under a board game and the top 6% are sitting up there playing Monopoly, and we're just sitting there holding the board, and it says once we stand up their little game will fall apart. That ain't a lie. That's not a lie. Get off your phones, get off your sugars, slow down on your processed fake meats, because that's all, it's all ran from like 4 companies. There's only like 4 companies giving our meat. So no matter if it says free range or no matter if it says organic, it's still coming from the same place who do they don't have different lands to process them different. They just slap a different label on it. Because false advertising don't have no false advertising police. They're allowed to say whatever they want, however they want. And if we're not smart enough to catch it, they are allowed to get away with it. And they've been getting away with it. That's why we've been such a sick society. We have to do something different. We have to, and it takes place in you. It takes place in you forgiving you, moving on with you, getting over your little distractions and say, you know what, that really isn't a necessity, and it hurts other people, the lack of what I'm doing. Yes, I'm sorry to say it, but what you don't do affects you and everybody in this planet. We are all on a vibrational wave together, and we won't succeed and we won't get to that Christ state unless we all vibrate up together. So I don't care what church you're going to or what God you're praying to. You need to pick somebody's vibration up. You need to support their vibration up, hold them up high and say, you know what, I pray to you. I pray to you and I support you and I love to you, and I'm going to pray to the God in me so I can be a better person to you in this human form, because we're all here visiting and we're all going back to source. Even you're going to go back to source and create the same kind of vibrations that you were creating here on earth, or you're going to go back to source and be happy with those vibrations. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on the vibrations you kept here. I kind of stuttered on that one. But the point is, we came back for a reason. Whether our life was good, bad, hard, easy, sick, whatever it was, no matter what your childhood was, what you did as an adult, how you kept your light as an adult is all that matters, okay? And we chose to come back. We chose that. We knew when we were at source, when we were home with our God, we knew that no matter what our human form was going to go through, we needed to come back here. There was somebody here that we needed to pep talk, that we saved from killing themselves. There was somebody here that we needed to serve to make their life, a little bit easier so they can go forward and serve millions of people, because they had this amazing mind and this amazing gift. There's little bricks in every wall, but enough of them make a great wall. Just saying, we're all needed, and we desperately need you to stay focused, learn how to concentrate, learn how to spend that happy time in your mind, and knowing that that's the vibration that you deserve and that you need to be on to better take care of you, your children, and our children as a world, as a species. There ain't no easy sleeping when kids are being bombed. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's a lot to come at you, and I am kind of driving, so it might sound a little weird, and I got my headphones in and the phone sitting on the seat. So we got to do something. Let's get together. Let's remind the government that they are for the people, not the people who are for them. And just remember that starts with you, with your choice to wake up in the morning and say, oh, I don't want those worldly needs. Oh, I don't want those distractions. Oh, I can do better things with my minutes, and I can offer more, because I am more. I am love. I am light, and I am enough. You know what I'm saying? But you got to practice those things. You got to get up and stand in those things. You can't just be sitting in your filth and be like, I guess I'm love. No, not guess, baby. Stand up and be. So I love you guys. Be happy, be supportive, encourage somebody, remind somebody like, hey, that food will, is going to make you sick. If they've been diagnosed with something, be like, hey, don't forget that there's prevention. Don't forget that you can eat your way out of a disease. Don't forget that it's just like, if you're growing something and if I'm growing something, we can trade. Regardless, get you a small group of people that you know can grow a couple things and trade. All it takes is 3 or 4 people, and you could grow 12 to 20 things in, little apartment complexes or little, mobile home lots. Like, you can grow a lot in vertical gardens, and you can grow a lot in little pots, and it don't take a lot. It does take your focus and your energy and your undivided love, because things don't grow and hey, they platform. So water you, evaluate you, take care of you, remind your children that there is a better way, and that we are standing up to change that. Let's not let it fall to our children. I'm tired of, I remember when I was a kid, it's like, well, your turn's gonna come and you do something about it. And it's like, wait, why are you telling me to do something about it when I'm 10? It's been 20 years. Something could have been done about it. I don't want Noah at 32 to be like, Mom, I have this problem with the government. I know, baby. I said the same thing when I was a kid. No, I want to change it. I don't want him to wonder why his, Native Americans can't vote when they, what? what? Because they don't have an address, like in their P.O. box? Like, I don't want to know that Native Americans can't have clean water and you just erase that off the news because it's easy to ignore pain when you don't got to see the pain. Like, no, I don't want him to have to acknowledge those things and know that they set for another 20 years and nobody did nothing about them. It's not our baby's job to take care of us if it's our job to take care of our babies. So grab you up, somebody you love, tell them you love them. Make sure you get your 6 hugs a day at 20 seconds. Remind your kids that they are amazing and they are beautiful and their words are power, and to speak them carefully because they directly affect themselves and the people around them. I love you guys. I pray to you. I pray for you. I speak for you. I speak for myself, and it's not just for one need. I'm talking about the need of all. So let's erase these borders and let's do it properly next time. I love you guys.